Sometimes trying to help others can backfire in the most unexpected ways, and I have a story that will hit you right in the feels. Life often confronts us with situations that tug at our hearts. We see others in pain, struggling to make it through their day, and our first instinct is to help. But sometimes our good intentions can lead us down a path where we end up depleting our resources, time, and emotional energy without making a real difference. This brings us to the idea that we shouldn't feed every dog we see suffering, not because we lack compassion, but because true compassion sometimes requires us to be discerning. Imagine walking down a street and seeing stray dogs, hungry, lost, and in pain. Naturally, you'd want to feed them, provide shelter, and offer care. But if you attempt to feed every dog, you might soon find yourself overwhelmed. Your resources could run out, and worse, you may neglect your responsibilities or even yourself. The truth is, not every situation demands your intervention. If you give all your energy to every passing cause, you'll end up with nothing left to give where it truly matters. Helping others is noble, but it's important to recognize when and where your help will be most effective. If you try to solve every problem you encounter, you risk diluting your impact. Sometimes, stepping back is the wiser choice. Not because you don't care, but because you understand that your energy, time, and resources are finite, and they need to be used where they can have the most positive outcome. In life, it's crucial to understand and acknowledge your limits. Just like a well that runs dry if overused, your energy can deplete if you don't replenish it. By feeding every dog, you risk running out of what's necessary to sustain yourself and those closest to you. It's not about being selfish, it's about recognizing that you can only pour from a full cup. The importance of boundaries. Boundaries are essential. They help us manage our resources and protect our well-being. By setting limits on how much you can give, you ensure that you are not spreading yourself too thin. When you establish boundaries, you are able to help others in a way that is sustainable, ensuring that your compassion is effective rather than fleeting. Quality over quantity. Consider the difference between helping one dog thoroughly and trying to help many dogs inadequately. When you focus your efforts on a few causes, you can make a significant impact. Quality over quantity should be your guiding principle. This way, your contributions are meaningful and lasting, rather than superficial and short-lived. The power of discernment. Discernment is a powerful tool in deciding where to place your efforts. It's about looking at a situation critically and deciding where your help is truly needed. Not every problem is yours to solve, and that's okay. By practicing discernment, you ensure that your resources are directed toward causes that align with your values and where you can make the most significant difference. Learning to say no. Saying no is not a sign of indifference, it's a sign of strength. It takes courage to acknowledge that you cannot help everyone. By saying no to certain situations, you are saying yes to those where your help will have the most impact. It's about making choices that align with your long-term goals and your capacity to give. The ripple effect of focused help. When you choose to focus your efforts, you create a ripple effect. By helping one dog well, that dog's life is changed, and the impact of your kindness can inspire others to do the same. Your focused efforts can multiply through others, creating a chain reaction of positive change that extends far beyond your initial action. Avoiding the trap of guilt. One of the hardest parts of not feeding every dog is dealing with the guilt that comes with it. You may feel that by not helping, you are turning your back on those in need. But it's essential to understand that not every problem is yours to solve. You are not abandoning others, you are simply choosing to help in a way that is sustainable and impactful. Empowering others to help. When you choose to help selectively, you create space for others to step in and help where you cannot. By not feeding every dog, you allow others to take responsibility and contribute. This collective effort can lead to more comprehensive solutions and a stronger community of support. Conclusion. In conclusion, remember that true compassion is not about trying to help everyone, it's about helping where you can make the most difference. By not feeding every dog you see suffering, you ensure that your resources are used effectively, your energy is preserved, and your impact is meaningful. In this way, you can continue to give not just today, but for the long haul, making the world a better place one focused act of kindness at a time.